Hi everyone! Welcome to week 1 in English 97. I'm so excited you guys are here and I'm really excited to get our course going. I feel like I've been kind of prepping and getting myself ready for the semester for a while and I'm just like, yay, it's finally here. So I hope you guys are feeling positively about our course so far. And please keep in mind through all of this discussion that if you have any questions, please email me, okay? I'm going to put my email up in the screen in a second and just save it on your phone, write it down somewhere and email me if you ever have any questions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this week. Hi guys, so like I said, my email is right here. It's laura.boville@swick.edu. If you have any questions about this video or assignments, please let me know. So this first week in English 97 is going to be just kind of getting comfortable with Blackboard, getting comfortable getting to know each other, and then also doing an introduction to what we call the writing process, because this is a writing course, and so the majority of what we do in 97 is write. So the first things first, your assignments for this week are going to be pretty, hopefully simple, and we've got a little extra time than we normally would to complete them. So there are some readings you want to start with. There are 2 linked on Blackboard and then 1 in our textbook, which is called Writings from Life. It's listed on our syllabus on our Blackboard page and is available at the bookstore. I think new it's about $20 and you can probably get it cheaper used as well. There is one discussion board, which I'll go over in a minute, just kind of walk you through that. And then we're going to start pre-writing, just kind of gathering ideas for our first essay. So all of this is going to be due within the next week, at least by Sunday the 23rd. All right, so let's just talk a little bit though about a process that we use in writing classes at SWIC called the writing process. So you might have heard this before in a maybe high school writing class or a class that you've taken before, but the writing process is pretty much just a sort of circular amount of steps that we take when we write a paper, an essay, even an email. We go through this process sometimes. If you are really just creating a piece of writing, we follow certain steps. So it's pretty formulaic. It starts with getting ideas, maybe doing some pre-writing, some outlining, some organizing, then starting to draft, meaning kind of just to write down your ideas. Then we go through a process of editing and revision, kind of a re-seeing, a moving things around, adding to it, changing things, taking out ideas, and then finally what we like to do is edit, meaning kind of sentence level fixes, like punctuation, grammar, making sure you have things spelled correctly, and then finally we publish our final product. So this is pretty formulaic. It's something that most writers follow, and it's definitely a circular process. So we'll go through this process over and over and over again. So eventually, hopefully, by the end of the semester, it's a little more ingrained and it's a little more automatic for you. I want you to keep in mind, though, that this process can change. So if for you, you struggle a lot with editing, maybe you spend a lot more time there, but another classmate might have problems just kind of getting ideas down. And so they'll spend a lot of time in that kind of step in the process. So don't get this idea that there's one right way to write, that there's one perfect magical way that you're going to end up with like this glorious golden paper when that's really not how it works. You want to find out that there's a way for it to work for you, but that way may not be for someone else. All right. So this is about you as a writer and figuring out how do we make you shine. So I'm actually going to play part of a video that talks about this process in a bit of a fun way and one that I like to just kind of show you to get you kind of into this process.
At this point in time, I would like all of you to get your pens and pencils out, your favorite piece of paper, because we are about to plan, organize, write, edit, and revise. Procrastinating for days, not putting anything on the page. But if someday you're trying to get paid, put a little power in your writing game. It doesn't matter the form or the topic, just use power like a socket. P is for plan, that's step 1. Organize next in order to get it done. W is right, let the words flow, then time to edit. If you didn't know, last, revise, make any changes. A good writer rewrites and rearranges. Submit your writing to wherever it goes. post, publish, print, or email, I suppose. Write smart, keep your readers on their toes. Here's a spark to make your writing explode. We got the power to write. Feeling so good, cause we powered the night. First we play it, son, then organize, then we write, then we edit, oh, then revise. We got the power to write. Feeling so good, cause we powered the night. First we play it, son, then organize, then we write, then we edit, oh, then revise. Plan first, decide what you're writing. What's a good topic that'll be exciting? Who's your audience? Who will be the reader? Are you writing for your peer or a teacher? Brainstorm ideas and then learn more. That's research and it's good for sure. Organize next, pick which facts you want to lead with and which to hold back. Get ideas in order, that's great. Put your best first and last like a relay race, then write. Let it flow right away. Let your fingers tap dance on the keys, Cab Calloway. It's a rough draft, it'll have mistakes. That's okay, just write on the page. Then edit, read your writing back. Is it really clear? Is it missing any facts? Look it over carefully for any mistakes. With Sherlock Holmes on a grammatical case. Get a tutor or parent, someone you trust, to put their eyes on it and say what's up. Then revise, we work, and rewrite. Put in time to make it come out nice. Whether it was written by hand or typed, your writing game will be colder than ice. We got the power to write. Feeling so good cause we powered the night.
I hope the video gave you a little bit of a fun way to look at this writing process. I am definitely not as lyrically talented as the people at Flocabulary, but I just want you to keep in mind that this, having this process for your writing actually can really empower you to be the kind of writer that you may want to be. All right, so we'll work on this process throughout the course and just keep these steps in mind. So when I talk about drafting or editing or revising, that it kind of makes sense. All right, so let's move on to some of our assignments for this week. First, you're going to do the readings, which are under the essays and assignments on Blackboard and Essay 1. Then what I'd like you to do is go ahead and do our discussion board. So I'm going to pull up Blackboard here and just kind of walk you through it. So if you go to essays and assignments, you'll see there's an Essay 1 folder. And then the readings are listed here, and then you can click on Discussion Board 1 and do your introduction. You can also get here by clicking Discussion Board. All right, so I'm going to click here. What you'll see first is this instructions for the discussion board, how I grade them based on our grading contract, and then the instructions for this first one. So for our first discussion board, I want to keep it really light and fun. What I want you to do is find a picture of something that's important to you and use it as a way to introduce yourself. So what you're going to do is post your picture, talk about it a little bit, and then below your picture, give us one goal that you have for yourself this semester. All right? That hopefully shouldn't be too tough. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this. You're going to click on discussion board number 1, and what you'll see is my example post here. So if you click on that, on the title, you'll see that I've already posted a couple pictures and described them, kind of giving you guys my goal for the semester, and now I'm just really excited to see what you all have to say. So when you come here, what you'll see actually is a button that says Create Thread, and you'll click that and then submit your picture and your writing right there. All right, so this is where you go to do the discussion board. Once you've done that, we're going to come back to this Essay 1 folder. You're also going to want to look over the Essay 1 assignment sheet here and then complete the Essay 1 pre-writing. To find the pre-writing, and I'll actually link it here just to make this easier, you're going to go to your OneDrive folder. So these folders I did email you all. You may have gotten an email from me saying, hey, this is what we'll use for this semester, but don't worry about logging in right now. So I'm just going to pick Abigail's folder here just to have us look at. What you'll notice is she has a document here entitled Essay 1 Pre-Writing. So I'm going to open that up. And what we've got here is just some prompts that I want you guys to go through. And you're going to type directly in this document. And then what's cool about that is I can see your writing from where I am, and I can give you feedback and kind of comment on your document as you go. So the discussion board and then the pre-writing for this week are the only 2 assignments we have. So hopefully this will give you a way to kind of get acclimated to our course. All right. Last but not least, I want to talk about our first essay. So one of your readings this week is called Indian Education by Sherman Alexie. So Sherman Alexie is a Native American author. He's really famous for his sort of narrative, personal stories of what it's like growing up as an Indian in the US. So his writing, Indian Education, is really about his experience in different grades in school. And so I want you guys to read that essay this week and then think about, do you have any experiences in your own life that maybe have shaped you the way that Alexie's experience in school shaped him? So I want you to choose an experience that has had an impact on you. So something like a kind of boring day at home is not a great choice for this essay. But for me, maybe I could write about an injury I had when I was 25. I was actually in a pretty crazy car accident and broke my neck a few years ago. So it actually was changed my life a lot. I could also talk about the first class I had teaching at SWIC. It was also a very kind of pivotal experience, or maybe when I got engaged at the beginning of the pandemic. All of those are really, strong memories for me. And when I think about these moments, I have a lot of sort of details and feelings that come to mind in my head. So I want you guys to choose an experience like that, something that you feel like is really impactful. All right, so complete the pre-writing on your OneDrive folder. The link's on Blackboard like I just showed you. Complete the pre-writing first, and then next week we will start actually writing the essay, okay? But I don't want you to skip the pre-writing, because if you do, then you're actually kind of skipping the whole first half of this process. If you skip it, oftentimes you'll end up getting confused or kind of just stare at your blank page with the cursor blinking, thinking to yourself, what am I supposed to write about? So the pre-writing is very, very important. Please start there, and then let me know if you have any questions or if you get stuck before you move on. All right, so that's it for the video for this week. Please email me, like I said, if you have any questions. And I am really excited to see what you guys have to say in our discussion board and how we start shaping up these first essays. So thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.